Finance, actually, in the beginning, it scared me, but I wanted to help people so that your gender and your race will not predetermine the level of success that you can have when it comes to wealth building in this country. We were always like seated really low, like 11 or 12. What are we doing? Are we on TV?
Hi, my name is Sahitya Sampathkumar, and I'm a senior at Syracuse studying finance and public relations. Today I'm joined by Chelsea Ransom-Cooper. Thank you so much for joining us. For anyone who doesn't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely, and thank you for having me. My name is Chelsea Ransom-Cooper. I graduated from Syracuse 10 years ago, so shout out class of 2015. And I actually ended up working in public accounting. So when I first graduated, I worked directly with businesses, helping them with consulting. But I realized I actually had a passion for helping people and less so with businesses. So then I decided to make a transition to wealth management. So basically I was helping clients with investments, retirement, taxes, and just make more sense of their money.
Can you tell us about your company, Zenith?
Yes, so Zenith Wealth Partners is a financial planning and investment advisory firm, and we've been able to grow a team that is really inspired by our mission, which is to provide high quality, relatable financial advice, but also a vision around, your gender and your race will not predetermine the level of success that you can have when it comes to wealth building in this country.
What excites you about working in the world of finance?
All right, that's a loaded question. But finance, actually, in the beginning, it scared me. But now I think of it more as an opportunity, especially with so much wealth being transitioned to women and people of color. They need to make sure that they have somebody that can really understand them to make sure that they're able to build wealth successfully. So finance is opportunity to me now. So tell me, what did you experience as you interned with us at Zenith?
So I really enjoyed the mission of Zenith. That was a huge draw for why I wanted to work there. Such a great mission-focused organization. And then I also really enjoyed the culture there and everyone being so interested in helping to scale Zenith and propel it forward. So I feel like my 4 years have flown by here and I've had such incredible opportunities. Can you talk a little bit about your experience here, some of your favorite memories, and what you did while you were here?
Yeah, so first I would love to switch spots because my 4 years at Syracuse were amazing. If I could run it back and do it again, I truly wish I could. But I really enjoyed when I studied abroad in Madrid, Spain. So I feel like there was a significant culture shock, but it was an incredible learning opportunity, especially because I majored in finance, so I was able to learn about international banking, monetary policy, and just overall the European Union. But also I loved being immersed in a culture that was completely different to me. I didn't even know Spanish before I went there. I was looking things up on Google, trying to figure out how I was gonna communicate with my host mom. But by the time I ended my experience in Madrid, my host mom said my Spanish was muy bien. So I think I did a pretty good job.
How do you feel like your time at Syracuse prepared you for life post-grad?
So I think my participation in extracurricular activities really helped prepare me for what it would look like to work in a team setting and also be a leader. So when I was at Syracuse, I joined Alpha Kappa Psi, the professional business fraternity, and then I was also the president in my senior year, and I think that has also helped me as I've become a leader in my career as well.
So what does being orange mean to you?
Well, being orange, I feel like I should have orange on. Well, to me, being orange really means we build each other up and we make sure that we are there for one another. It's really important to me because I remember the alumni that came back often when I was here on campus. So I think it's really important that we always do it for the next generation as well. Okay, so you're graduating this year, and I know there's a lot of excitement around that, but this is a new chapter for you. So what do you have planned next?
I'm really excited to move to New York City and to start my career, and hopefully I have a lot to learn. So do you have any advice for me as I'm starting this next chapter?
Yeah, so I would say first and foremost, New York is expensive, so just keep that in mind. But once you get there, also make sure that you're networking with everyone, because when I was there, I set a goal in the first year to try to talk to somebody in a different department every month. And it actually really helped me learn, number one, what the company had to offer, what I enjoyed, what sounded most exciting to me as I was figuring out what my career path would look like.
And then follow-up question, do you have any advice for students who are interested in entrepreneurship or starting their own business one day?
If you're thinking about entrepreneurship, What I think you should do is you should start the business while you're still working. I think sometimes there is an assumption that you can't do both, right? Like you have to, if you have a startup or if you have an idea, then you can't have a job. I completely disagree with that. There is a world where you can do both in the beginning as you're getting your proof of concept and you're getting a plan in place. I think that was one of the things that made my life a lot easier, is I started to do market research for about a year before I decided to make the leap. So do both for as long as you can and then make the leap.
Chelsea, thank you so much for joining us. It was so great to talk to you, and I feel like I learned so much.
Well, thank you for having me. It's always great to see you. You were a phenomenal intern, I have to say this on camera. But I think you did an amazing job, and I'm so excited for your future and your career.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.